the army of darkness gains more soldiers. Tonight, the world will be mine. One single night, my army of darkness, of purity, will descend upon the earth. Then there will be no more conflict, no more struggle between good and evil. There will only be evil. The world will be pure as the black void of space. Only in absolute purity can absolute beauty be found. And the only purity there is evil.
Didn't I used to have more skin on these bones? Man, you know I got the blues. Excuse me, did I miss something? What's going on? Oh, I see. Nice talking to you. Somebody's messing with something he shouldn't be messing with. Now, we're living proof of that. Undead proof, anyway.
You are an impurity.
Hey, let's not get personal now.
You will be dissolved.
Uh-oh. I'm stiff as a wet sheet in a cold snap. You better face facts, Mr. Bones. They ain't gonna leave you alone. Some red-eyed devil's gonna make his bones tonight. Yeah, maybe I should just let him. What's that sound? Yeah, maybe there's a hotel I could hole up in. Some gingerbread house, bed, and breakfast, skeleton hotel. I don't know this place, but I know that sound. But how do I know?
Is someone out there? Who are you? What do you want? No, I know someone's out there. Either come inside or be on your way.
How does that thing do that? It would make that pretty noise.
What, have you been dead for 50 years? It's called a guitar, son. Why don't you try one on for size? Don't think about it. Just play it. There you go.
Uh-oh, sounds like I'm back in serious jelly.
Are you messing with the Gullion?
The Goulian?
The man with the drums.
Yes, sir, we are messing.
You'd better hang on to that guitar. It might come in handy.
Thanks. Later on. How about that? One chord and I wigged him. Now, y'all can't talk, but you can listen and maybe even feel. What? They don't make them like they used to. Good thing I've got a sense of humor. Situation like this could be downright depressing. What the? Whoa. Whoa! That's quite a backbeat I got going there. Oh boy, I wish I had my guitar. What can you do on the moon? You can't even breathe on the moon. What can you do in this world? You can't even love in this world. You can't face the darkness, can't face the light. You can't even live in this world. You can't even love in this world. I don't know your story, ma'am. I don't even know my own. But I gotta get out of here and stop that man from doing what he's doing. Can you help me?
course he's dead. Look at him. Maybe we should tie him up to be on the safe side. Bob? Tie him up? What for? He's dead. Jim?
Oh, now what? Do I look like a shoe? Get these laces off me.
Oh no. Dagulian's walking bones will get no help from us. Dagulian is stealing my people. He's using them as slaves in his castle.
Little bitty slaves? Oh, that's too cruel. But I don't walk for Dagulian.
He uses arachnids. See?
Kidnapped by spiders? Oh, the weirdness never stops. I can help you. Look at me, sir. Look at my eyes.
You can stop the spiders from stealing my people?
Sure as my name is Mr. Bones. Now, get me out of this.
What? Thank you, Mr. Bones.
Don't mention it. Now, I gotta get out of here. Whoa! Careful with that leg bone, children. I'm a brittle man.
Bones, 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 bones. We're carrying a skeleton to an icy lake. We'll carry him so carefully, he's never gonna break. Carrying a skeleton to an icy lake, and his name is Mr. Bones. Bones, 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 bones.
Liberty is a sweet thing to savor. I do hope you'll forgive my aggressive and extremely rude behavior. My imprisonment made me somewhat testy, I'm afraid. Now, hop on. And hold on tight.
Whoa! Party is getting rough. Whoa! This cat is serious. What he needs is an attitudinal adjustment.
It took me hundreds of years to make this night possible. I even prolonged my life with vampire blood.
What have you got for it besides 1,000 acres of stony lonesome?
A canvas of black. Who'd have thought one little white speck would ruin everything?
Me.
But I see red skies ahead now, Mr. Bones.
Thank you, ma'am. That's exactly what I need. Gotcha. Oh, now we ain't gonna go through all this again now, are we?
What do you expect to extract when you stick a pipette into the heart of darkness? Puppy dog tails?
Excuse me, but didn't you say you had vampire blood?
Shut up! I'll turn you into toothpicks and give you to gluttons who eat nothing but gristle.
Behind you, man!
What's the alternative to evil anyway? Good? Ha!
Excuse me, but the sun?
Show me a good man, and I'll show you a hypocrite. Show me a hypocrite, and I'll show you evil waiting to happen. And I waited long enough. Centuries. The night belongs to me.
The night's over, man.
The long red night has just begun.
I hate to break it to you.
What?
Not much of a listener, was he? She has no body, and I have no skin. Ho ho! It could work out.